Someone is nosy. Leave them dumbfounded and clueless. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone is nosy. Leave them dumbfounded and clueless. All right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, touch your nose. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, touch your nose. All right? No, really, y'all. Because these individuals, the last time they checked on you, maybe you were all bad, right? Or maybe they now see that your life is going all up. And see, what happens is they got to get that update so they can update your enemies. Somebody drop in the comments and say, stay away from me. Okay? And the reason why, y'all, is because these are people who are selfish with selfish intentions and motives, right? So these may come in the form of check-in friends or check-in family members. People who just check in from time to time to see what you're doing, you know, where you're doing it at, how's everything going, just so they can go back and tell some of your haters, just so they can go back and tell other people who can't stand you because they have conjoined with your enemies, okay? But with that being said, y'all, don't feel bad for being private. We live in a society where you are a bad person or you're wrong just because you're not telling people what's going on with you. You standoffish. You exclude us. You acting like you better than us, right? And see, family, it's nothing wrong with wanting to stay confidential. It's nothing wrong with not wanting to disclose whether it's your failures, your successes, what your kids got going on, where you went to vacation at. I mean, family, it is your prerogative. And Bobby Brown been told us that, but that's besides the point. The point of what I'm saying, y'all, is this right here. There are some nosy people, some nosy spirits, okay? Some individuals who can't stand to see you happy. Some individuals who can't stand to see you by yourself and thriving, all right? Yes, y'all, I said it, by yourself and thriving, meaning you are doing well without their help after they said that you wouldn't be nothing, amount to nothing, or you was going to fail. Understand something, y'all. Someone is nosy around you, but leave them clueless and dumbfounded. I said in the video, y'all, one of my shorts, y'all probably heard it, but I'm going to recite it here again. But I said that when people don't know what your next move is, they fear that you are about to make your best move, okay? When people do not know your next move, they fear that you're going to make your best move. Your best move may be you moving out of the country, out of the state, out of that city, that town, okay? Your best move may be you connecting with people who have the same mindset as you, people who are going in the same direction as you, right? Your best move can be you actually quitting that job and starting your business, or maybe your business has already begun to prosper. Now it's time for you to quit your job. But the point being is, family, someone is nosy, but you got to leave them clueless and dumbfounded. Make them guess, right? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Make them guess, right? Because once again, y'all, we live in a society where when people don't have a story, they will most definitely make one, especially about these celebrities or even people such as yourself who are chosen, right? They'll start making up stories, making up things. I don't know what they got going on. They possibly could be doing this, right? They don't never have a definite answer. They never have what you are doing currently for a fact. Everything is, I don't know, they could be, or they should be, or they would be, or they wouldn't have. It's always some type of rumor that has been started from where you was. Some type of rumor that has been started from what you said in the past. But they don't have no current information though, right? And that's why I say, y'all, someone is nosy, but leave them and continue as you already doing. And for those who are not, it's okay, y'all. We're going to get on board with it right now. Leave them clueless and dumbfounded, okay? But with that being said, y'all, not going to make this a super long intro. Listen, y'all, we are outside connected with nature. The geese are out. Trees are flourishing. Everything look green. We are in the green pasture, the legendary field, y'all. And it's honestly a great field out here. Like, it really feels good. Waterfalls are going and the vibes are flowing. All right. I'm sending nothing but love, success, happiness, prosperity, God, peace towards the family, okay? And if you're having a bad day, hopefully this video is that picker upper, right? That's what they say on the commercials, a picker upper. Hopefully this video is a picker upper for you on your day, just to let you know to keep going, keep striving. And listen, y'all, nothing is bigger than a promise. Nothing, all right? But family, I need y'all to leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get right into it, family. First thing is first. Number one, everybody is not your friend, okay? This is why you want to leave people clueless and you want to leave them dumbfounded, all right? Everybody is not your friend. Now, I know, again, this may seem kindergarten, cliche, so common. Reno, why are you telling us this? But like I've said before, common sense is not so common. And see, family, I've even found myself in this trap where we have some great news. Maybe you just started training martial arts. Maybe you just started writing your book. Maybe you done stopped procrastinating and actually joined the program. Whatever the case is, y'all, and you just want to tell somebody. You ever had that good news, that dopamine hit, that great feeling, and you want to tell somebody, whether that's your mama, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your best friend, your spouse sometimes. Yep, y'all, you want to tell somebody. But as soon as you tell them, they shut it down. As soon as you tell them, they tell you how it's not going to work. As soon as you tell them, you realize why you should have kept it on the inside. See, your dream, your aspirations, the things that you are inspired by, the things that you want to accomplish or even achieve, they're not for everybody to know immediately, right? See, somebody drop in the comments and say, don't share the vision. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, don't share the vision. See, your dream, your aspirations, that idea, or whatever it is just like an egg. If you drop it before it's boiled, that yolk gonna come out. It's gonna be cracked, okay? If you drop it before you scramble them, that yolk gonna come out. It's gonna be cracked. The point being is, you can't share something that's so fragile because they will break it and leave you more discouraged than you were before you even shared it. Because you was like, should I tell them? Should I not? You know what? I'm going to tell them. And then they tell you how it's not going to work. I'll say this on that, y'all, is I was in the gym the other day and there was a young brother. He was making a vlog of his, boxing stuff and Muay Thai stuff, right? And he was like, man, I'm debating on if I want to, put it out or not. I said, man, go ahead and put it out. He said, I was going to show my friends. I was like, I'm going to be real with you, brother. Forget what your friends got to say. And I mean that respectfully. I'm going to tell you why. Because the moment you tell your friends what you're going to do, the moment you share that idea with them, or the moment you say, hey, man, what y'all think? You leave the room and the floor open for criticism. See, I spoke about this the other day. Matter of fact, I think yesterday. It is okay to receive constructive criticism, but when you are receiving straight up criticism, that is harmful because ain't nothing constructive about it. Make sense of what I'm saying? So when I told that young brother that, I could tell it was like a weight that had been lifted off of him. He was like, hey, man, appreciate the advice. I'm going to really take that. I said, yeah, man, go ahead and just post your video, bro. Post your video. Who cares? But going right back to the point, everybody is not your friend. So just because they're sniffing around for some information, it doesn't mean that you should feed their senses. Allow them to smell the food cooking. Right? What you cooking? Just know it smell good. Is that meatloaf? Hey, it may be. Is that a chicken roast? Hey, it may be. What that is, Reno? Just know it smell good, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, you smell what I'm cooking? Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you smell what I'm cooking. But seriously, y'all, everybody is not your friend. Therefore, you cannot share every idea that you have. You cannot share anything that's on your mind that's going to discourage you from getting it accomplished. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Moving on to the next one. Number 2. This right here is very big, y'all. It minimizes stress. Okay? It minimizes stress. And stress It's also a form of a distraction, right? So technically it minimizes the stress, but also it keeps distraction down as well, right? Let me break this down for you. See, when you're talking about caring about what other people think, sharing your business with nosy people, sharing your business with nosy family members, or whatever the case is, people who just want to know. They don't have nothing to contribute. They don't have a dollar to give. They don't have anything to put on your table. All they're doing is just bringing up opinions, no purpose. They're just bringing things that does not contribute or serve you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, right? When you bring that stress to your table, now you're leaving no room to place anything else that you have been cooking to your table. So you got some macaroni and cheese that's baked. Y'all know how we do it down south. I don't know how y'all Norfolk do it, right? No disrespect, but you know, down south, we got the best macaroni and cheese. We got the best pecan pie. We got the best potato salad. We just got the best, right? That's just me, okay? But anyway, y'all, you got baked macaroni and cheese all in the oven. You got baked beans. You got dressing. You got all type of things. But somebody done put a big plate and bowl and pot of slop on your table, and they filling it up. They filling it up. And before you know it, all you have enough room for is just napkins, forks. But the main course is in the oven still. And if you leave it in the oven too long, it'll burn. That's the same thing with your dreams, aspirations, ideas, thoughts that you have. You're so stressed to where you're not able to continue healing. You're so stressed to where you're not able to see what you have. You're so stressed to where you cannot continue cooking. What you cooking? Dreams, your goals, achievements that are yet to come. What you cooking, right? What you cooking? And this is what we all know. However, y'all, when you bring that stress into your life, you're actually inviting diseases. You are actually inviting the spirit of lack. You are actually inviting the spirit of depression. You are inviting the spirit of the enemy, which is to kill, steal, and we all know, destroy. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Keeping nosy people out of your business and leaving them dumbfounded and clueless will minimize stress. You ever notice when you talk to family members, I would say negative family members, right? Because all family members are not bad. But when you're speaking to negative family members or negative friends, you ever notice how stressful you get whenever they share their negative opinions, their negative thoughts? You ever see how stressful it is when you're listening to people talk about how bad the world is? We all know that this is the world. It is chaotic. We all get it. But then we got to talk about it every day. Why can't we talk about something positive, right? When you are a true child of God, when you are a true diamond, when you are a true chosen one, you're not speaking negative all day. We may communicate the negatives, but we ain't going to be negative all day. We're trying to figure out how we can win. We're trying to figure out how we can improve. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But it minimizes stress, all right? Number 3, it's going to be this right here, y'all. Freedom. Freedom. Yeah, y'all. Freedom. Freedom is everything, right? Financial freedom, emotional freedom, mental freedom, freedom of speech, right? The right to bear arms. That is the freedom to carry, you know. And believe it or not, y'all, we're all carrying a deadly weapon. And that deadly weapon is the power of our mind, right? Your mind is a weapon. And see, when we have freedom, family, it allows us to move so much more freely. We're able to think much more freely. We're able to carry out our days much more freely. How do you feel when you're in a cage, right? Just think about it. A lion in a cage, a bear in a cage. Whether they are in the zoo or not, they're still in a cage, which is not their natural habitat. Their natural habitat is to be out free in the wild. So when you look at lions and when you look at bears and those animals who are in a zoo, they're actually in an unnatural habitat. That's why, in my opinion, you see that those who are in a habitat like the zoo, they're much more stressful. Why? Because they don't have freedom. They don't have freedom. And see, family, you want to have freedom in the way you speak, in the way that you're able to communicate, in the way that you are able to think, in the way that you are able to create and build. Freedom. You know, y'all, there's a lot of talented people in corporations, you know, industries, businesses, wherever you think of, right? They're creative. But when they don't have the freedom to create, it causes stress, right? So imagine you got a boss telling you what to do every 5 minutes, micromanaging you. They know you're talented, but they want you to do it their way. Can you imagine the freedom that you don't have? Can you imagine how stressful that can be? Because you know that you have a car that can drive 150 miles per hour, 180 miles per hour. But you don't have the freedom, so they limit you to 40 miles per hour. It's stressful. You want freedom. And freedom is what is a byproduct of keeping nosy people out of your business. Leave them dumbfounded and leave them clueless. You got freedom, okay? Next thing, y'all, it's going to be this right here. Number 4, your peace. Peace is everything, right? Y'all know how I feel about peace. You know, I'm willing to leave a 25-year relationship or even marriage if it's not bringing me peace. I'm willing to leave a job that I would have gotten a pension on if it's not bringing me peace. The reason why peace is everything is because it contributes to your mental health. If you don't have peace, you're technically mentally unhealthy. People lose their mind. That's how you get schizophrenia. That's how you have all these diseases, these disorders, bipolar, because you are not peaceful. Y'all know why I love doing videos at the park, in nature, the wind blowing, waterfall is flowing, ducks, geese, everything out here, y'all. It's because it's peaceful. Sometimes it's great to get out of social media and get out your phone and develop a sense of peace. When you got nosy people in your business, you don't have no peace. So let's just say you told them that you working on a book, right? Or you working on a song. And let's just say it don't come out at the time they wanted it to come out or expected for it to come out. And remember, y'all, expectations are premeditated failures. So whenever you don't give them what they expect, in their mind, you let me down. And they're going to let you know that. But guess what? You don't have the peace to modify, improve, or correct something. You know why? Because they have these high expectations on you. Man, when that book coming out, when that new song supposed to be produced, and if it don't come out at the time they expected for it to come out, now you a liar. Now you procrastinating. Now you playing with the vision. You playing with the dream, right? You ain't really gonna do it. Do you know how discouraging that is? It's very discouraging. But more importantly, it is a lack of peace. You want peace whenever you are creating. You want peace whenever you are building. You want peace whenever you are having conversations with people. So those who are nosy, leave them dumbfounded. Leave them clueless for your own peace. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is you minimize unwanted judgment, right? You minimize unwanted judgment. You know, y'all, we live in a world where people just criticize you for no reason. They judge you for no reason. They just put it on you, right? You ain't even ask them for their opinion or judgment. They just do it. If y'all go on social media right now, there are so many topics, right, that people are just passing their judgment on. And I understand it to a degree. You get paid for talking about other people's business. I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but believe it or not, y'all, that's how some people pay their bills. Luckily for me, I don't have to get paid that way, right? I work strictly for the Most High. By speaking to his chosen ones, by encouraging his chosen ones, and more importantly, just being motivative to the world. That's how I make a great living, right? However, y'all, some people make a living off of giving unwanted judgment. For instance, the Shador Sanders situation, Shiloh, basically the entire Sanders family. Everybody is passing their judgment about how he's a good player, how he's not a good player, how everything was given to him, how he still worked hard for it. I mean, people are still passing on unwanted judgment. Do you understand that when you keep people out of your business, they don't have anything to judge? But when you put it in their faces, they got every right and all the space to judge. Imagine if they wasn't who they were. If he didn't get drafted in the 5th round, 6th round, the 1st round, it would not have mattered. Nobody would have gave a damn about it. But the fact that you're Deion Sanders' son, we're going to put this unwanted judgment on you because, yeah, you probably didn't want to be spoken about, but sorry, this is your situation. Your business hit the tabloids. Your business hit the media. And I'm sorry, it's good for clicks. Sorry about that, Shador, but you take the fall because of who your father is and what you come from. Unwanted judgment, right? But like I said, y'all, if you are not giving them anything to judge, then you won't. They don't have anything to judge. If you don't put nothing in their faces, they don't have anything to talk about. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Unwanted judgment is a big thing, okay? But like I said, y'all, someone is nosy. Leave them dumbfounded and clueless. Don't give them anything, y'all. Don't give them anything that they haven't worked hard for. Don't give them anything that is not worth them keeping. Don't give them anything of them not even worth knowing, right? But with that being said, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, family. Like I said, it's been a great day out here in nature, family. But as we conclude this video, y'all be sure to get one of these Yes Sir t-shirts. Y'all grab one of these Yes Sir hoodies, enroll into my social influence course, as well as check out any one of these books. And family, I'm about to start a membership, family, where y'all can actually get the course and y'all can get the y'all can get more exclusive content just by subscribing and joining my membership. That's coming real soon, y'all. But outside of that, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.